Hey team, Blake here with Crushing Defeat Media. We have spent months dealing in AH accusations. Personally, I have hundreds of hours into analyzing and reviewing evidence and testimony, and I know many of you have spent similar amounts of time reviewing this case. All of this pales in comparison to the more than 6 years and untold millions of dollars JD has spent dealing with her accusations.
A very deep and distinct sense of having been betrayed.
Now AH is trying to go on TV and completely reset the clock with the Savannah Guthrie NBC interview. But for those who have not spent so much time with the case, it could be easy to be swayed by AH's words. From here on, I'm going to let the clips speak for themselves, but let's take a few minutes and dunk on what AH is saying in this latest interview clip. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, and if you want to support the channel, please share the video. You can also leave me a super chat next to the like button below, or there's a buy me a coffee link in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and let's get into it.
I testified to this. I'm not a good victim, I get it. I'm not a likable...
I never defend myself that way. I never see myself as a victim.
I took for granted what I assumed was my right to speak.
Do you feel like you could be sued again by him for defamation?
I'm scared that no matter what I do, no matter what I say or how I say it, every step that I take will present another opportunity for this sort of silencing.
Defamation is a false statement published to a third party by the actor of and concerning the plaintiff, tending to cause damage to the plaintiff's reputation.
Which is what I guess the defamation lawsuit is meant to do. It's meant to take your voice.
1. False statement. To meet this element, the statement must be able to be proven true or false.
Question: the statement was false. Answer: yes. Question: the statement was false. Answer: yes. Question: the statement was false. Answer: yes.
2. Published to a third party. The statement must be made to someone other than the plaintiff.
But Amber is still speaking just days after a jury stunned many and found the actress defamed Depp in an op-ed.
3. By the actor. The defendant must be the person who made the statement,
where she said she was a public figure representing domestic abuse.
4. Of and concerning the plaintiff. Normally, this element is not at issue in a defamation case, but there are some cases where the element is contested. In one type of case, a statement may not name the plaintiff, but everybody knows who was being discussed.
I arose from my bed one day, a few years into my own private battle, and I smelled the smoke. I had for years walked with tired and weary feet into battle every single day, alone, privately, longing for a different kind of world than the one in which I used to live. One that reminded me that despite all that I had done and fought for, all I had said and survived before and through my very public, heart-wrenchingly lonely battle for justice, that I, a woman, would never truly see it.
The piece, which never mentioned Depp by name, was published 2 years after the couple announced they had settled their divorce.
Life had seemingly moved on, and you decide to write an op-ed. Why did you do that?
Because the op-ed wasn't about my relationship with Johnny.
But it alluded to him. It was unmistakable.
Question: the statement was about Mr. Depp. Answer: yes. Question: the statement was about Mr. Depp. Answer: yes. Question: the statement was about Mr. Depp. Answer: yes.
You know, what the op-ed was about was, me loaning my voice to a bigger cultural conversation that we were having at the time.
5. Tending to cause damage to plaintiff's reputation. This is what we call defamatory.
It was important for me not to make it about him or to do anything like defame him. I had lawyers, teams of lawyers, review all the drafts of this.
This is what we call defamatory.
When you wrote this op-ed, it was the height of Me Too. Legions of powerful men being canceled, losing their jobs. Did you want that to happen to Johnny Depp?
Of course not.
It's the most solid evidence case of domestic violence I've ever seen, and
Of course not. It wasn't about him.
But Depp's lawyers convinced the jury Heard was lying about the abuse. Police who responded to the 2016 incident testified during the trial that they didn't see any injuries and that Heard declined to file charges.
This was a hoax. I didn't want this to be out. I didn't want this to be known.
An employee of TMZ testified at court and said that TMZ was tipped off about when you were going to be going to the courthouse and on what side of your face bruises would be apparent. Did you tip off TMZ?
I was going to say, he certainly didn't get tipped off by me or anyone in my...
you know tip off TMZ?
Why would they?
Are
No.
you tip off TMZ?
Why would they? No.
So that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted. From some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
There are different incidents that you testified to, and the Depp legal team would put up pictures of you publicly right after that or in the days following and saying that why are there no bruises?
Again, it's that thing. If you have bruising, if you have injuries, it's fake. If you don't have any, then you weren't injured.
You had promised to donate the $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity. It was revealed at trial that you haven't done so yet. However, they played a tape where you stayed on the air that you have donated it.
You got $7 million. People were saying this is all about the money. But then you did something that twisted that whole argument. What did you do with that money?
$7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
Do you think that raised questions as to your credibility with the jury?
I made a pledge.
But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million settlement to charity at that point, had you?
That's incorrect.
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the settlement, $7 million to charity, and I intend to fulfill those obligations.
Ms. Heard, that's not my question. Please,
What was
try
your
to answer
question?
my question. Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another.
But I don't. Ms. Heard.
And that pledge is made over time by its nature.
When you say I donated, you know that everybody thinks that you've donated it, not that you've pledged it.
I feel like so much of the trial was meant to cast aspersions on who I am as a human, my credibility, to call me a liar in every way you can. And
that was the trial. It was a credibility contest.
And
that was it.
Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no.
Crushing Defeat Media.